Derek, welcome back to UTM's Career Fair. We're so happy to have Bayshore back, and we're so glad that you're able to be here with us today. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you for having us back again. We really appreciate it, and we love coming here.
Awesome. Derek, can you introduce yourself, your role, and a little bit about Bayshore?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Derek Walcott. I'm the National Campus Recruitment Manager for Bayshore Healthcare. So my role is I look after all the colleges and universities across Canada, from St. John's, Newfoundland, right out to Vancouver. And my role is to attend career fairs. I do manage a staff that help me attend career fairs, table booths, class presentations. And right now we're recruiting for the healthcare industry for home care for our different divisions, or 5 divisions within Bayshore Healthcare. And right now we have about 8,000 positions open, and that runs from nurses to PSWs to business, IT, logistics, HR, and that's why we like to attend these fairs because you guys have such great students.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. 8,000 open recs. I mean,
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. So, I mean, that leads us into our first question then. Why does your organization choose to come back to our fair? I think you already kind of alluded to it, but if you want to expand on that a little bit.
Yeah, so I've been coming to your fair. I've been doing this for 16 years, and I've always had a good turnout of candidates, of solid candidates, graduates and 3rd and 4th year students. So I always like the selection and the number of students from the various programs that attend my booth. So that's why I keep coming back. I think you guys are well priced too for what we're getting out there in the university field for career fairs.
Right.
So yeah, it's always a good turnout here. It's well marketed and well organized.
Excellent. And so, Derek, these kind of high volume events, information such as you've been doing this for 16 years. What do you want to gain from a student coming to your booth? What do you want to learn about them?
First of all, the students that are coming to my booth are asking all the right questions, and they're very well prepared, which is great to see. And what I'm looking for is somebody that is open-minded, adaptable to change, and basically that their resume matches some of the openings that we have. And that could be from, again, the various programs, nursing, PSW, business, IT, logistics, whatever it is. But the main thing is, and I always tell them when I'm speaking to them, is to have an open mind and be adaptable with the change. That's the biggest thing with any with anything in business right now, and is to be adaptable to change. At least every 6 months, change comes, and you have to be adaptable.
Yeah. I mean, I heard you double down on that in your response there. So be open-minded, be adaptable, be prepared for that change. So that's what you're looking for from the students when they come to Bayshore Health.
Yep.
Excellent. You must have looked at hundreds and hundreds of resumes, if not thousands. What do you think makes a student's resume stand out?
I think it has to be short and concise. So the days of a 4-page resume are gone. So 2 pages max.
2 pages.
2 pages. 1 page if you can get away with it, but 2 pages max, and a cover letter.
No.
That's what stands out. Always check for grammatical errors and sentence structure, stuff like that. And then keywords, again, on the soft skills about being open-minded and adaptable, and even volunteer experience. A lot of people leave that off, and I feel it's so important because it shows that you're a well-rounded person.
Yeah. That's so interesting because you continuously come back, and I should say Bayshore continuously comes back because you already know what's in the curriculum that we have.
Yeah.
So it's getting to know the student outside of the classroom.
It is.
So having those volunteer experiences are important to you.
Yep.
As well as any other.
Yeah, there's the art skills, and then there's the soft skills. Right. And a lot of people kind of gloss over the soft skills, but the soft skills are very important as well.
Perfect. Derek, you and I have shared a couple of phone calls and, of course, video chats.
Yep.
We've always had good fun engaging with each other. So we're going to jump into our rapid fire question.
Yeah.
I'm going to just ask you 6 questions, top of mind, whatever you feel.
Yep.
And you've already answered the first one, so I'm going to throw it out. It was cover letter or no cover letter?
Cover letter.
And the reason for it is?
I think it just puts a nice little bow on the resume.
Yeah.
You can submit just the resume, but the cover letter just seals it with a nice little bow on top.
Makes sense. Does your organization use social media platforms like LinkedIn to recruit students?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we use a lot of social media platforms.
Perfect. And do you believe a well-crafted resume is more important than a stellar LinkedIn profile?
I think they both go hand in hand. They both should be stellar. Your resume is the first step. It has to be stellar, and then most companies will then go to your LinkedIn profile to take a look. So both have to be stellar.
Great. Yeah. And I think, you alluded to this, but 2-page resume, your LinkedIn profile tells your story.
It does.
Right?
It does.
So do you take time to read through those things on a LinkedIn profile?
Yes. Yeah, I do myself. I know a lot of our recruiters and HR personnel as well.
Right.
It tells the tale basically of your experience. And yeah, both really have to be kind of, like you said, stellar, top-notch. One has to match the other.
Right. Perfect. Okay. Thousands of resumes. You see them all.
Yes.
How many seconds does it take for you to review resumes?
Me personally, I would go through a resume. It would probably take me about 2 minutes just to go over it. I look for keywords and to make sure it's a match with the job description that they're applying for. If it's not, you can tell within 30 seconds.
Within 30 seconds? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
How important is it for you to receive a thank you note from a student after an interview?
I'm old school, and I think it's very important to do either a handwritten note or an email or a card or even a phone call, anything where you reach out to that person and do it within a couple days, 24 hours. You don't want to do it 2 weeks later. You do it top of mind. And that brings me to another point too. If you're submitting a resume, following up, you want to follow up within 48 hours because if you're doing it 2-3 weeks later, it falls off the radar.
Right.
So, but yeah, always, I'm old school, like I said. I always follow up within 2 to 3 days, and I always thank them for their time and the opportunity.
Okay, great. And online, high-volume events, in person, what do you prefer?
I like in person. I like the interviews in person. Usually the interviews are phone, first step. But I like meeting students face-to-face and then having them apply online. And I get a gauge talking to them, and I'm able to direct them to the different divisions, because again, we have 5 divisions, so it's making sure I'm sending them to the right division to apply for Bayshore Healthcare. So I like the in-person career fairs, the table booth bookings, and even the class presentations.
Absolutely. Derek, thank you so much once again for being here on behalf of Bayshore Health and on behalf of the UTM Career Center. We're so glad to have you back.
Well, thanks again for having us, and I'll be back again next year.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.